fellow kindred. How are we this evening?
Just grand.
Trying not to have a complete frenzied breakdown.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that, but that's a later problem.
And how is our resident ghoul doing?
Isabella had fun while y'all were asleep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Before we get into that, we have something we have to address. Same night as the end of last session. For right now. Curtains were pulled aside and certain things were discovered. A certain one prunella feeding from one row shellwood. In the newest addition to the Velvet Pussycat, Eden, also known as the Dollhouse. Marcus is the one that made the discovery. Seraphina only a few steps behind. Marcus didn't get the curtain pulled closed quickly enough for Seraphina to not notice.
Brunella, the minute that curtain was pulled, it's like an animal frozen in the headlights, like...
Seraphina looks at Marcus, looks at Prunella, looks at Ro with a very pointed look. She doesn't say anything. She turns around on her heel and walks away with a simple gesture, crooking one finger.
Dorme just downs the whiskey sour she has in her hand.
Is she telling the group to follow, or is she telling Prue and Ro to follow?
She
Brunella, Ro, Marcus, with me.
Yes, ma'am. Marcus falls into step.
Immediately pulling the hood to hide her face, and just still holding on to Ro's arm, kind of letting her friend lead her because she doesn't dare look at anyone who has just seen what they saw.
Ro is like completely unfazed. She's holding her hand and she's like going back and forth like, don't worry, we were just having fun with the sex. And she says as she leads Prunella out.
As Prunella passes Dorme, she's gonna kind of like softly, like quickly, like stop her. We're gonna talk later.
Prue kind of doesn't let you stop her because, and it kind of pushes you off. Like I said, she's a startled animal right now, and she reacts to you. Like if you've ever tried to like pet a scared dog and they jump, that's the reaction you get. It's not personal, but she's spooked.
Seraphina
and
sorry, go ahead.
Dorme will just make eye contact with Prue and just say, later.
Seraphina leads you out of the dollhouse, back through the VIP area and down the stairs. You can hear the music wafting through the air, as gently as it had been before. She leads you in through the main performance area, past the bar, and into her oh-so-familiar office. where she waits Marcus, Prunella, and Ro to step in before she takes the door and shoves it with her hand, wherein it slams into the door frame. Closed.
Seraphina walks around to her very nice mahogany desk, sits down, not paying attention to Marcus right now, because he's technically not at fault, but is looking directly at Ro and Prunella, and her fingers are just drumming against her desk as she's looking at both of them pointedly. Well?
Prue just kind of... She's been looking at the floor this entire time, and just the silence is deafening, and then eventually she dares to lift her eyes. She's flinching because this is her worst nightmare. And just all she gets out is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry for, exactly?
She probably still has the blood on her face, and kind of, without saying anything, wipes it away. And again, can't look Seraphina in the eyes right now because she's...
You think I'm upset because of that?
Prue's face Prue looks back up, like, confused. Sort of. I know there's probably other parts, but I figured that was the biggest issue.
Alright, let's start this off from the beginning. You and my mixologist, who's also on thin ice, she says, looking pointedly at Ro. Ro is just all smiles. You two decided to go into a restricted area that had yet to be released to anybody ahead of the group without informing me beforehand because you had a feeding requirement.
Prue is just looking at Ro, like, not sure what to say here.
Ro just smiles and says, "Yep." Ro, I'm going to ask you to stop talking. Yes, ma'am. And Ro sits down, and Seraphina turns to you. You went into a private restricted area without informing me of a feeding requirement and could have very easily gotten yourself... Be thankful the prince isn't here. Or anyone from her court. You could have your head on a pike right now.
I know.
Next time, you tell me before you do something like this. You have known me for a few months now. I would like to think you know that I don't care how you eat. I don't care how anyone eats. Some of us have feeding restrictions. Marcus is one of them. His is weird. We're not talking about him right now. No offense, darling. I love you, she says, looking at Marcus before looks back at you. Looks back at Prunella. Listen. This never happens again. You need to eat something, you go to her little mixology lab thing. Or at the very least, you tell me so that way Marcus doesn't open the curtain when no one's supposed to be in there. Do I make myself clear?
Prue just nods, and she's glancing over at Ro. She's not gonna throw her friend under the bus. Like, Ro was the one who brought her back there and told her it would be fine. And so she's not going to throw Ro under the bus here.
Do you look at Ro?
She's nodding to Seraphina, but like she can't help but look sideways to Ro, like seeing how she's reacting.
Seraphina sees you look at Ro and her eyes instantly look at her. Ro is still smiling. And Ro says point blank, Charlie's currently working on an experiment in my lab and could not be disrupted. Well, Charlie just earned the fact that you now owe me a rather large favor, Rosette Liliana Shellwood. I can't be that bad, Rosette Liliana Shellwood Afnira. Oh, is that bad? Yes, ma'am. Good. Now silence. She looks back at you.
I'm sorry.
Is there anything else?
I'm sorry.
You didn't ruin anything. No, you're... It's not ruined. It's a hiccup. If anything else. You tell me next time. I don't like surprises in my establishment. Especially ones I'm not involved in. Did you get enough to eat?
I can... I can later.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Would she, because it was interrupted, would this be something to finish later?
So, what was your hunger at before you submitted your downtime?
It was added to, you told me to remove the one,
that would have
so
been...
I'm at a 1.
That would have been just enough. The only way you can remove that other one is to kill the person you're feeding from.
No, what I mean is, I put in my downtime that we got interrupted mid-feeding.
Yeah.
So would this have been, and I said that we came back to it later. So would this be, should Prunella say, yes, I'm good, or is that finishing later going to be after this meeting? That's what I mean.
In that case, we're going to go with not quite enough, but almost.
We can finish later.
Very well. Like I said, next time you inform me, because as it's been proven, apparently the curtains being closed aren't good enough, she says, looking at Marcus.
Noted. I will make notes for slight remodeling, and we will eliminate the curtain.
At the very least, the curtains are fine. We just have to figure out a way that people don't open them unless there's actually a necessity for it. I'll have Draven work something up.
Noted.
Anything else I need to be made aware of before I get myself back together and we go enjoy the rest of the night?
Depends if you mean about this specifically or in general.
In general, we're all already here.
There is another potential problem, but not anything that you need to help. Big sigh.
Prunella, you're older than me. Have some self-respect for yourself.
You also currently outrank me.
Have some self-respect for yourself. I will not repeat myself.
Prue takes a breath and just kind of... She's felt up till now like she needs to kind of speak carefully with Seraphina, but she's getting the sense that Seraphina would prefer if she just be her usual blunt self. Maki hates me.
clearly.
I don't know if you heard about what happened at Elysium.
I've heard whispers through one of my contacts.
I tried to offer her the favor I felt she deserved. She threw it back in my face, literally. And I'm pretty sure if we hadn't been at Elysium, I would have ended up with one of her very well kept stilettos jammed into my chest.
Are you saying you're not good enough to face against a child?
I'm saying I would let her. I'm saying that me continuing to be around her seems to be upsetting her further, and I fully intend to honor what you asked me to do. I just maybe need some help figuring out how to do that without making the situation worse.
Marcus, gently whack her upside the head for saying she would let a child kill her.
Marcus looks over at Seraphina for a moment and just cocks an eyebrow.
I'll do it later than when she least expects it. If I ever hear that, it's insulting to think. And also proves you need to have some damn self-respect for yourself. And no, we can't make Maki accept a favor. We can't make anyone accept a favor unless a favor is owed. That is how our society works. You, of all people, should know that.
That's not what I meant. What I meant is you asked me to be her shadow, to follow her and make sure that she was safe until she got her feet under her as a kindred. I need to figure out how do I do that without continuing to upset her by being in her vicinity.
Darling, she has her feet under her just fine. She has her own little coterie forming, if you haven't noticed, much faster than I suspected she would, which was one of my main concerns. Currently, she has 2, possibly 3 if Maeve is working her way in. From the looks of it, she is, which I'm not mad about. But currently, it's what to do with you now.
You could allocate that favor elsewhere, again.
Oh, that's what I'm going to do, and if anything, you're going to hate this one even more.
I didn't hate the previous favor, but I think Maki did.
Well, how about this? How do you feel about dealing with punk-ass teenagers who think they know better?
Isabella?
Yes, my darling girl.
When
She's going through some things right now and needs someone to keep an eye on her. And although I do trust the coterie, I wouldn't mind having someone that's a bit more, how you say, willing to give me information when I ask for it and not pussyfoot around it.
So, be her babysitter and be blunt when informing you what's going on.
Exactly.
Wouldn't be the first time I've had to do something like that. It's actually not the first time I've worked with Isabella either.
Exactly. That's one of the reasons why this is okay. But also, and Seraphina stands up, starts to walk around her desk. Just know something, Prunella, and I say this with all my heart and soul and my very being. And she gently starts to fix your hood so it looks aesthetically pleasing, and she gently puts her hand under your chin and she leans down and looks you dead in the eyes. If you fail this and something happens to her through any fault other than your own,
if something happens to her and you were able to stop it, but didn't, I will be very displeased. Do I make myself clear?
The look that goes over Prunella's face probably should be fear, but it's not. It's understanding and determination and just like grit. I will never fail like that again.
Good girl.
And she gently pats your face and stands up. All right, Marcus, we now know not to open the curtains unless we're asked for. Ro, you now owe me a favor. It actually has to do with my darling Isabella. Prue, you are going to go make nice at the coterie. Any questions before we leave my office?
Prue raises another finger. No one who was up there... They're all people you trust, right?
Oh, darling, I forgot to mention, we didn't get a chance to get to it, what with that whole shock revelation. They won't be able to talk about it. That area is made strictly for debauchery of all kinds, and I didn't suspect we would need it for that sort of thing soon.
We weren't doing that. We weren't doing that. It was strictly feeding.
She puts a finger to your lips. Basically, unless the person is involved in what happens or is a member of this staff, they can't talk about it.
Okay, just like you said. Look, Silver, she said it was somewhere we could go that would be private because, like you said, if anyone found out about that, even if I'm not dead, I am ruined.
No one will find out. They won't be able to discuss it aside from calling it, what did Draven say? An incident? And even then, they won't be able to go into detail. They won't even be able to say about feeding.
Unless you talk about it to them first. So if you don't want this to get out, you don't talk about it.
Prue remembers Dorame trying to stop her on the way out. And nods. I can think of one person that I think I need to have that conversation with. Because while they won't be able to talk about it, they certainly won't forget it.
Indeed. Now, is there anything else? Anyone, she says, looking between Ro, Marcus, and Prunella.
Marcus stays silent.
Good boy. She says, she gently pats him on the chest as she walks out, because Ro also said nothing, like, all right, let's go, party time.
And that is where we are going to fade to black on that scene.
Good, because I'm going to run and grab my charger. My laptop is dying.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to wait until Prunella gets back, just to make sure I don't have to readjust anything. That's a bitch to do in the middle of the scene. In the meantime, enjoy the music. Excellent. Wow. That was certainly entertaining. We now fade to black as the night continues on. Festivities are had. The new rooms are introduced. Seraphina looking much too pleased with herself over this one. and specific enchantments that have been put into place. Eventually, the night winds down. People go their separate ways, back to their havens. You all head off to bed. The day passes. For some people, it drags on. For others, it goes the snap of a finger. You guys don't really notice it passing because, I mean, you're sleeping like the dead. And as you wake up, you can all roll me a rouse check for those of you that have fangs.
The real kind, not the fake kind.
Don't worry, your time will come.
Mine fell off, so I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Rouse is
1d10.
roll it 1d10.
6 and above is a success. 5 and below is a fail. Dorme,
I passed. No!
1 point of hunger for Prunella. Dorothea. Point of hunger for Dorothea. Dorothea, what's your hunger at?
2.
Good. You guys are keeping tabs on them. I love it.
The
What?
game master the storyteller giveth, the storyteller taketh away.
Indeed. Now we get into the meat of tonight. Sammy's gone off to monitor the other group. No, hold on. Sammy has said goodbye. Sammy has left for Vegas with Grace and Jasper.
Have fun, kids. Call me when you get there. Please.
Oh,
Bring the oh, Isabella's not there. Never mind.
if Prue is there, there's something she will do, but that can be for later.
Sammy left off screen.
Fair. What I was gonna say, is if Prue was there when Sammy was packing up and getting ready to leave, she wouldn't say anything. But when Sammy got to Vegas, she would find she had a white poker chip in her bag.
Fair enough. Remind me after game. Audley is spending, for the moment, some quality time with Maybe and trying to figure out her next steps. She is unavailable this evening. Which means it's just the four of you. You find yourself... Sorry, go ahead, Dorothea. Dorme.
Dorme's already up and starting to make breakfast. She sent her ghouls around to be like, hey, breakfast is going to be ready in such and such time.
As does happen. Breakfast is had, bellies are full. We find ourselves once again wandering around the Velvet Pussycat this evening. A certain Isabella in tow this time. And a
You
one
see,
and a one Dorothea.
You see, sorry, phlegm. You see Isabella walk in, and noticeably, she actually has a brand new tattoo on her neck that, like, drapes from her collarbone up her neck to just the lower part of her jawline, and it's water pastels version of Italian poppies. She has a contemplated look on her face, though, as she's like walking in with Dorothea. Just like, I think it was weird, but I can't tell if it's a generation weird thing, like this generation in general is weird, or if it was a kindred weird thing.
Dorothy is walking in with Isabella. She's got her head tilted toward Isabella, listening. At the same time, she seems to be typing something on her phone. What weird thing?
Well, there's the others. I can ask them because they seem more in tune with this generation with you. Listen, if someone asks you if you belong to someone, is that just a weird thing?
Depends on the community. And hi, good to see you too. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you very much. I guess it just depends on the community. Like, does that have anything to do with this thing? And she points to the...
Yes. No. Kind of. I was at this tattoo parlor because I know that Kieran's wake is happening soon, and I wanted to gestures to the tattoo, get something in remembrance of him. So I went to this place that was recommended to me from an acquaintance of an acquaintance. And I helped with some stuff that was happening because there was this bigot there, and I kind of threw them out of the shop. And then this guy came up to me and is all like, "Oh, you're cool." I'm paraphrasing this. It was like a bit more of an exchange. But basically, he looked me up and down and said, "Do you belong to anyone?" And I said, fuck that. I belong to myself. And he's like, "Do you want to?" And I said, fuck that. I just said I belong to myself. Also, I'm pretty sure he was kindred because he wasn't stating it, but he wasn't hiding it either because he forgot to breathe and he had the fangs and his hands were cold.
From behind you, you hear, "Oh, sounds like you met Bastion."
Isabella reaches for her dagger and goes to stab.
No, that's proof.
The hand comes up and catches it, not in a way that's gonna hurt you, but like she's clearly been taught self-defense. Like there's like the movement is fluid and almost mechanical. Nothing on this is like as easy as not breathing to her. Like
Figure in a leather jacket approaches the group. Do I need to tell you what happens in here, or have you all been apprised of the rules?
My fault. I startled her.
Fine. Just wanted to avoid any awkwardness. Don't need somebody getting put out into the middle of the Atlantic again.
I know, heaven forbid. Whoa, wrong voice.
So, yeah, his name was Bastion. Should I be worried? Is that a weird? Is that a
Bastion.
people thing, or is that a?
Yeah, Bastion's one of us.
He's
Echo
kindred.
sense.
He's kindred. He's got a ghoul. He's very nice. He's very protective of his ghouls. He likes people who will let him pierce or paint on them. And he's very respectful of who owns who. That sense.
You met Rowan then?
She points to the tattoo.
Oh, Echo actually stretches their arm out a little bit and see like a ring of flowers on their wrist. Yeah, did me up too.
Ah! Nice. Yeah, I have the thing for Kieran later. So no one's answered the question though. Is this a kindred thing or is this a person thing?
Little bit with Bastion. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Probably talking more about kindred stuff, but you know.
How did you answer, Bastion?
When he asked if I belong to anyone, I told him, fuck you, I belong to myself.
So what are the chances he thinks you're a runaway ghoul?
Probably pretty high. And Dorme will look over. I've heard tell that some kindred have the ability to smell whether someone's a ghoul or not. So, and a lot of and a lot of kindred, i.e. myself, and I assume the Sebastian fella, as she looks over at Echo, are very, very protective of their ghouls.
It also might have something to do with the necklace you're wearing.
I was going to mention that too.
Anyways, sorry.
FYI, this is Paulina wearing the necklace to get into character. Isabella still doesn't have this, unfortunately.
Oh,
Anyways,
sorry.
my apologies for interrupting. Who's your friend? Echo asks, pointing over at Dorothea.
This is my best buddy, Dorothea. She and I were in the hospital together.
That's a story for another day. Sorry, I'll let you guys get back to it. Dorothea, nice to meet you, and hope you have a good night.
See ya, Echo. Oh, we gotta chat sometime, and I gotta have a play date with Corey.
That can be arranged. I know Corey's been kind of lonely lately, especially with me running all over the place, looking into, well, murder for one.
Sounds spicy? She says, looking at Dora May to see if that's the correct term.
High profile.
Dorme will wink and go, yes.
High profile. I'll tell you all about it later.
Prue is like sizing Echo up. Like they haven't been introduced or met, but like she's getting the like, hey, same hat vibe.
And Echo will wander off back to a booth, pick up a margarita glass filled with some sort of dark liquid, and sip from it casually, typing away on the phone.
So do I tell Ricky that someone tried to poach me, or do we not tell him for fear that he has a Bruja frenzy?
I'd say don't tell him, but if you go back to that place again, let him know you are in fact owned by a Bruja.
But I'm not.
That's why I did the air quotes thing.
But I can't lie. I've been told I'm a shit liar, but everyone I know.
Well,
We
that's
could make
the
you a
truth.
kindred before you go back.
Me.
And for once, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, I actually agree with her.
Can we just go see the weird blood witch, please?
Oh, you mean yeah. Oh, you mean Rose? That must have been what. I'll show you where she is. And then Prue's gonna lead them back toward where Rose's room is.
Are we going to be passing by Echo on the way?
You're not going to be passing right by Echo, but you are going to be passing by closer than you were. Echo's kind of sitting off in one of the booths over to the side, furiously tapping away on their phone.
Dorme will just kind of like knock on the table to get Echo's attention a little bit.
Echo will look up.
By the way, darling, eternity looks good on you. Gives her a wink and walks off.
Oh, don't say that yet. Wait until I pull off a fucking miracle.
If anybody can, it's you. And by the way, I'm still reading up on your stuff, lady.
At least somebody's reading the blog. And Echo goes right back to the phone.
It's good writing.
What's a blog?
It's like somebody's personal journal, but instead of writing it on paper, they write it on the internet for folks to read. And our Echo back there, they're a fantastic writer.
Neat. You'll have to show me how to find those, she says as she's following Prue.
Wait until I introduce you to podcasts. That'll really blow your mind.
Okay.
Fair warning, opening this door is kind of like pulling the lid off a Jack in the Box.
Is it like opening the curtain in the dollhouse?
We discussed this, Dorothea!
You're not supposed to be able to discuss that. But
No, but there's a workaround, but we don't talk about it. It's like the we don't talk about Bruno thing, which I still don't get. Because I don't know a Bruno!
I'll show you the movie. It's actually a very fun movie, but she'll look over at Dorothea and be like, seriously? It's bad enough she's embarrassed. You gotta embarrass her worse?
Prue says nothing, just like knocks on Rose's door. She's sure that the redhead has heard the commotion outside, but like just she needs an out. She needs her best friend.
The door opens slowly, and before, where there was silence, as the door cracks open, you can hear music filtering through the crack. It's We Don't Talk About Bruno.
On
It was
full
my
blast, heavy metal version.
Prue has to smile about that, like, yeah, bro heard that, and she's just like, that's my best friend.
Dorme's just kind of dancing and singing to it. It's my wedding day. You're getting ready.
You walk in. Ro, it's your floor.
Ro is currently bopping and having fun with it. She has a large pile of like leather tomes, journals, notebooks, all screwed out. This place looks like every mad scientist Pinterest board you have ever seen mixed with magical whimsy. There is a young man around her age at a desk flipping through a book. He has noise-canceling headphones on because you can literally feel the music vibrating through the floor and the walls to the point where some of the paintings are actually like bouncing slightly on the walls. She's flipping through one of the books, just like, nope. She turns around. Ah! Haven't you heard about the... She grabs a remote, turns it down. Don't you knock?
We
I
did.
did.
And it wasn't a cute little polite little tit tit tit. No, it was a full-on FBI open up.
Ro is getting like the Prue's trying not to laugh, but also really eyes at her.
Nelly, you know you have to knock like really, really loud when I'm in my research mode. Look at all this research.
I did.
Okie dokie, Loki Smoky. So, I hear you guys need to track down a deadbeat dad.
Absolutely.
Prue is gonna like take a slight sidestep and like gently tap the desk in front of Charlie to get his attention, and then when he looks up, just wave at him.
Charlie will look up and smile, give you a slight wave, closes the notebook. He turns around and shakes his head at Ro as he opens up another notebook. This one looking older than the other one. Ro frowns. Okay, so, technically speaking, Ro closes her notebook with a stab. She stands a little straighter. There is a spell that you can use to find... How do I explain this to Kindred and a ghoul, who I assume don't know a lot about magic?
I know a little bit about magic. I can try and translate if necessary.
And
Okay, so basically...
I've spent the last century hanging out with you.
Okay, so basically, and she grabs Isabella and brings her over. Isabella's like looking at her as she like drags her over, and Ro just, even though they're roughly the same height, Ro puts her hand on top of Isabella. This is living. This thing right here is alive. I'm not a thing. You are right now. This thing is alive. Most of the spells I use work on things that are not. Including one that would, if I say took this one, she says grabbing Dorothea, bringing her over. If I took this one, took a sample of her blood, I could tell you the true name of her sire, if she had any like blood magic shit happening to her, and all that fun stuff.
Dorme's just like, okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that and come back to it later because I feel like we're gonna get a lot of answers if we actually do that. But that's not the primary objective. The primary objective is the live one.
Yes. So I have looked through every tome, research binder, research paper, thesis paper that is in my disposal. I am almost a century year old. Some of these were created from my sire. So those are my credentials there. I don't have anything that works on a human. However, she goes over and grabs one of those like little notebooks you can get at the dollar store and starts flipping through it. I did remember hearing someone say that they found a way to alter that spell to make it so that we could find the true names of the person's parents, as well as see if there's any blood curses on them, and that they could be a human. It has been done.
So all we need is the precedent. So what's the issue?
The issue is I'm kind of sort of not extremely welcome in the place we got to go. And neither is she says, pointing at Isabella.
We gotta talk to the prince, don't we?
Yeah, it was someone in the Camarilla.
Like, I'm allowed to go, don't get me wrong. I don't like going there because let's just say that my sire and the prince in London kind of sort of have an on again, off again thing happening, and I'm pretty sure they're off again.
Dear Lord, I keep forgetting how messy this can get.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, they were... Yeah, they were. The night that you found out about my,
Yeah, they tried it again, and it was the longest time this time. They lasted like 5 years.
For a kindred,
Then he
that's
got controlling
not
again.
That's not
Then
a
he
lot.
got controlling again. No, but then he got controlling again and tried telling her who she could and couldn't see, and there was a big thing with the sire. We're not talking about them right now. We're talking about this one. But yes, so there's someone in the Camarilla court, I'm pretty sure it's this court here, that knows the alteration to the spell in order to get the thing. So all we gotta do is we go there, we ask the prince, say, hey, I need this, hope she agrees.
Yeah, slight problem with that is the prince is not too pleased with the coterie as is. I'm technically supposed to be with them to help them clean up the messes they are already in.
Well, I can't do the spell without knowing what we need, and I'm not going by myself. Because also, there's a reason I'm not... It's not that I'm not allowed to go to the Camarilla. It's just there was an incident with me and one of Felicia's ghouls where I may have sort of almost but didn't eat him.
Was this the one who punched Charlie in the face?
No. This was the one that insulted Rooney
and said that she was clearly not a good sire.
There's a knocking at the
Oh.
door.
Do you want me to get that?
Sure, go ahead.
Dorme opens door. Hello.
Marcus is standing on the other side of the door.
Well, isn't it the tall drink of water himself? What can I do for you, sir?
I've been called worse. Ro,
Yes.
we know how excited you get about certain things.
Sorry, you glitched out for a second.
We know
You
how
glitched out
excited.
for a second. What was that?
We know how excited you get about certain things. And it has been requested that I tell you you're not to be leaving the premises this evening.
But.
You're grounded, remember?
How can I be grounded and help with an issue from the person who grounded me if I have to go out?
Bro. Gotta listen to Daddy, okay? If Daddy says you sit your butt down and stay put, you sit your butt down and stay put.
I don't call him daddy.
If she was gonna call anyone daddy, it would be. Well, no, she wouldn't call him daddy either.
Anyways, you're not allowed to leave the premises for Miss Seraphina's orders.
Okay, well, we can go, and you can just tell me what you need.
Yeah. Or if anything,
Fine,
if we can
since
find the
someone-
person and bring them here.
That would depends. Some people from the court aren't allowed here because, well, actually, no. Seraphina's been trying to branch out.
Okay. Ro takes a piece of paper and writes down something. Now, keep this close. It's not enough to break the masquerade, but this is the name of the spell. And she hands it to you, and it says Blood Walk on it.
Marcus turns around and walks away.
Bye, Marcus. Thanks for being a stick in the mud.
You
He's
know,
just
it's
trying
my
to keep
job.
He's just trying to.
I love you too.
He's just trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, but also I've been doing things I'm not supposed to, including I didn't tell them when I was going to stay out for the night, so they kind of sort of got mad at me, which is hypocritical because Seraphina stayed out for 3 nights and all of a sudden we're supposed to be all forgiving for her. Rose phone dings and she looks at it. Seraphina wants to see me in her office.
Can we go with? I think this might be a conversation, and I think there's a different conversation looking over at Dora May that might need to be had in her office.
Seraphina says no. She says, still looking at her phone as it vibrates again. Apparently, it's to discuss my grounding.
How in the hell does she... You know what? I'm not going to ask.
We're in her domain. I wouldn't be surprised if this place is bugged. Or my phone is. She says, looking at the phone, I should get Reggie to look at it.
Dorme leans in. Maybe it's both.
Okay, no. You guys gotta go. Go do the thing. You should stay. I'm not staying, Isabella says as she's following you guys out of the building. Dorothea, where'd she go?
Dorothea's gonna step away from the wall where she tends to lurk. She's looking at her phone again, frowning. She's like, I can't go. I gotta handle something.
Everything okay?
Are you...
It's fine. But, Dorme, don't let her get hurt, or I will throw you up against the wall.
you'd have to catch me first. And she gives
Stop
her like a little.
flirting with all my friends, Dorothea. We've been over this. That's not how you flirt with people.
Oh,
And you know how to flirt?
I just consider it a term of endearment at this point. If she threatens to throw me against the wall, that's just another way of saying, "Love you, Sugar Ruby, safe."
No, I don't know how to flirt. I can barely tell when people are asking me if I'm someone's ghoul, which I probably do have to tell Ricky about, because if he finds out I didn't tell him, he's going to be pissed. Maybe I'll just send it to him in a text message.
Don't!
Yeah, don't do that. It's a breachy breach. We don't talk about that. It's like we don't talk about Bruno.
I figure I'd just say someone asked me if I belonged to anybody. I said no. Apparently that was the wrong answer.
Yeah, it's not even a masquerade issue that I'm worried about. It's... your Domitor is a Bruja, right?
Yeah.
That's not gonna end well if you tell him in a text message.
Okay, but if I tell him in person, he's going to be just as pissed, and I can't protect you guys, because he's stronger and faster than me, apparently. Which is annoying.
Okay, so it's...
Let's go!
So it's me, you, and Dorame going to Elysium, where you are technically not supposed to be.
Yeah, but it involves me, so I'll be like your +1 at weddings, and I'll stay quiet, my hands will be in my pockets the entire time, you won't even know I'm there.
That's the thing that worries me, because when you get quiet, I get nervous. And then she looks over at Prue. Maybe we can say we're there on her Domitor's behalf.
I need to go.
Go where?
I need to go with you guys. You guys are gonna make me talk about feelings. Do you know how terrifying it is that I literally can't remember the first 2 months of me being back?
Dorame will just look at her with a sympathetic look. Sadly, I don't. I don't know what you're going through, but it sounds frustrating as shit. And you are going to come with us, and if the prince has an issue with it, well, that's the prince's problem. But for now, your eyes stay next to us. Don't get away from us at all. You keep your hands in your pockets, keep your tone respectful if you have to speak at all. Do we understand each other?
Mm-hmm.
You may use words.
I understand.
We have a slight southern twang tonight.
Ooh, I feel like I'm home.
We are Western country out here, darling. That being said, as you all get ready for this evening and to make your way to, you find yourself outside of an old Western style theater. Marquee's no longer lit. The lights outside dark. Not really lighting up the street any, trying not to draw attention to itself. The gentleman standing out front. This whitewashed building. You can tell this is definitely Frontier era, or at least the end of Frontier era. Some of you have been here before, some of you have not. Gentleman standing at the front door takes a haul on a cigarette lazily. And his eyes watch you as you walk by. Just casually. As you come up to the front door, good evening.
Dorme is just, she's in her usual vintage 1940s style suit with kitten heels, and she's just poised like she belongs there. Evening.
Can I help you with anything?
Oh, we're just gonna go in and say hello.
I'm sorry, and where?
I think you know where.
I'm sorry. I don't know. If you're looking for someplace to go into, this place has been closed for years.
Then there shouldn't be any problem
Sorry.
with us going in.
Storyteller, Isabella was here once before. I realize that this is the whole point we're here, but does she remember the code word to get in?
Roll me intelligence plus academics, specialty history if you have it. If not, just a generic academics will do.
Okay, that's the best roll I could get. A 3?
You remember something about a password? Kind of floats lazily through your mind. Just kind of hanging there for a minute. Reach out and grab it. We'll say yes, you remember.
Isabella, who currently is wearing her signature leather jacket, with her red plaid crop top underneath, has pulled it, the hood up over her head, just looks up and says the password.
His eyes shift and lock onto you as he leans up against one of the walls. You can see he's actually sniffing the air. Very well.
Prue speaks very softly, knowing her very voice is potentially Masquerade breaching. She is
I'm gonna
with us.
put on my storyteller hat here for... I'm gonna, just step outside of game for a second. V5? Your plan is not inherently Masquerade breaching. You're just seen as, disfigured humans.
I know, her voice is weird.
Even that, your voice might be weird. It's still not considered Masquerade breaching.
Got it. So, still speaking softly, she is with us.
She's not allowed in.
We're here on her boss's behalf. She is to be with us as per his orders.
Ain't my head. What do I care? And with that,
Exactly.
he pulls himself up off the wall. Cigarette in his mouth. Grabs the handle of the door. Pulls it open. Holds it open for you.
Thank you. And she'll just put a hand behind Isabella and just usher her side by side with her.
Isabella looks at the man as they walk through and she says, "Thank you, sir." He keeps walking.
Careful, sweetheart. We buy. And he shuts the door
Isabella
behind you
looks like
before
she
you.
wants to say something.
Prue gives the man a nod. She knows.
And with that, he closes the door behind you.
Prue, pardon my running off suddenly. I'm like, Prue wouldn't dress up, but there is one thing she would do is she's still wearing the same outfit she was at the Pussycat Inn.
Yeah.
Same leather jacket, same kind of a casual black dress, combat boots. She has changed her leggings and her scarf though. Her leggings are now like a galaxy print. It's sort of like the headband she wore to the party where it doesn't look like something that's hers. She probably borrowed it from someone to dress up slightly more because they are trying to get the prince's favor here. And she's wearing that green scarf again. The same one she wore to the party and the same one she wore to Elysium the first time you met her.
And while holding on to Isabella's arm, seeing this kind of mental little conniption, I know, but are you really gonna lose your shit over something so fucking cliche?
That's why I'm losing my shit. It's so fucking cliche.
As you walk in, the air is tense enough that you can cut it with a knife. The people normally milling about inside this opulent building, well decorated, seem to be gathered around in a bit of a circle, staring at something going on in the main lobby. You can hear two voices ringing out throughout the place. They are not quiet. One of them you would recognize as Felicia's voice, the prince. The other one you have not heard before. As you walk into this lobby, would our next participant give a description of themselves?
The figure standing tall. She has
Why are you so quiet?
no idea.
Try again.
The figure is standing tall.
One more time.
The figure is standing tall.
That'll work.
She has stick straight, dark brown hair that reaches down to her waist. Her head is up. Her eyes seem to be snapping somewhat with a light from within. She's wearing a black dress with hints of looks like glittery color woven throughout the fabric. She has her arms crossed over her chest and she's kind of looking down her nose at Felicia.
Felicia is staring back with a rather defiant look on her face.
Dormage is kind of sitting back, crossed her arms, and is like, okay, I'm paying attention now.
Isabella has a look on her face of, I don't know who to cheer for.
Your go.
The stories I hear out of this place, quite almost infuriating if they weren't so sad.
And you come into my domain and accuse me of what exactly?
Negligence.
On what? With what evidence?
From what I hear, you have a Methuselah missing in your territory.
And we're dealing with that.
Really? They've been missing for how long and you have nothing?
You think you can do a better job, sweetheart?
I most certainly could.
Why don't you get your boss to come in here, Florence, and tell me that to my face instead of sending some fucking lackey to do her job?
Prue is sizing this up and moving toward the crowd. She has an idea that might help them in the long run.
You may call me a lackey, but I do see you shaking in your boots.
I'm shaking in nothing, you overgrown twat.
Aw, poor thing.
This is my domain. You don't get to tell me what to do.
And you're standing alone. Where's your support squad?
I don't need a support squad to deal with the likes of you. Handle you just fine on my own, thank you.
Sure.
Tell me,
Prue,
what are the rules surrounding domain? Or do I need to send you back in a box packing so you can fucking learn?
What about the rules pertaining to how you need to look after those who are under your rule?
I'm working on it. Again,
Yeah,
if your boss has anything to say to me, she can tell me to my fucking face instead of sending whatever the fuck you are.
permission to intercede.
Hang on,
Prue is
1 second. Dorme.
I was just gonna lean into Isabella. I got $5 on a Morticia Adams stunt double.
Prunella?
Prue is going to sneak her way till she's literally front row. And then when there is a pause of silence, you guys, though, if the other coterie members are watching, you see her take on like that supplicant bow that she did to Felicia the first time that you saw her, and she very kind of timidly clears her throat.
Alicia's eyes flick for just a moment to Prunella, and then back to Florence.
Isabella is going to say very softly to Dorme, keeping her voice as quiet as possible because she knows she can't be like caught right now, or at least not center of attention. She's going to say, "Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I got $5 on Felicia. I got to go with the home turf."
That's fair.
Your esteemed majesty, I
Oh, knock
Nope.
it off with the S's. I don't have time for that tonight. Somebody let the trash in.
I heard you were I heard what you were discussing and felt it pertinent to bring myself forward, considering I am tasked with informing you on the process that is being undertaken to locate said Methuselah, and she's like looking at Felicia with a clear look of use me as your scapegoat here.
You have impeccable timing, my dear. Please, give us an update, will you?
Yes, the coterie is in the process of cleaning up several of the messes that you have tasked them with. I am helping in every way that I can. I do believe that the party is currently going to be splitting up, and a portion is going to be directly focusing their efforts on tracking down the Methuselah in question. I believe they have under their employ now a seer of types that could ascertain the Methuselah's whereabouts.
Renella, my dear, why don't you come and stand here for a moment? This is potentially the best news I've had all. And I desperately needed good news. And with that, her eyes flick to Florence. Like I said, I have it in hand. Now, are you going to give me the respect due me in my domain? Or do I have to have you escorted outside of our territory?
So is this coterie the same coterie that's responsible for the mysterious death of a kindred businessman and is allied with werewolves? You ally with werewolves?
Ally my foot with your ass in a minute.
Dorme will kind of push Isabella behind her and start to make her way. Again, her head is held high, and she has the air of, I belong in this space too.
Is
You'll
she
find
leaving
that
Isabella behind, or is she like telling Isabella to follow?
Follow behind. She's like subtly saying, stay close to me. We found that the werewolves, once you know how to speak to them in a civil manner, they are very capable and very willing to negotiate terms. I know some people kind of look down their noses. I'm not one of them, but we thankfully have a very good pack who's, well, let's just say, they kind of grew on us.
And the death of the kindred businessman in question was not the fault of the coterie. My understanding from my intel is that he chose to sacrifice himself after being forced into the Shadow Realm by another who we are currently trying to locate in order to save a member that he held in high esteem.
Florence is going to have a odd look on her face. Like she's trying to figure something out, and she's going to look at Felicia. So, you let humans into Elysium?
I've done no such thing tonight.
I
smell
believe
one.
I believe she is referring to the ghoul that we brought in with us. If there is fault, it is on our head. And we did so because we are under orders from one who is responsible for her to make sure we keep an eye on her and carry out an errand for her well-being. She needs to be here, otherwise we would not trod against the laws of Elysium in such a way.
Blood of Lilith. Isabella! Step forward.
She's good. And
Dorme
Isabella,
is gonna nod.
in Isabella's mind, she thinks, "Oh, great, this is how I die." She's gonna, all right, respected elder. She's gonna take down her hood and like step forward. Alicia,
Excuse me?
Your Highness.
Better. What brings you to court tonight? You are not supposed to be let past those doors.
I was the only one who knew the password.
And yet you were still let past the doors.
I can be persuasive when I want to be.
What is your actual reason for coming tonight? And believe me when I tell you that I am not in the mood for bullshit.
I am not trying to give you bullshit, Your Highness. I am here on a somewhat personal matter. I need a spell an altered spell that can only be done through a blood witch. I believe the term is Tremere, and she needs it from someone in your court.
I'm assuming you came from Seraphina's place?
Yes, we did. That is the person of whom we have been tasked with her safety. I rather directly so.
Fine. For the moment. And you see Felicia's eyes shift to Florence for a second, as if an eyebrow raises, as if challenging. Like, just fucking try me. For the moment, I will dispense with the normalcy and the normal. You are considered under my protection for the moment. Do not squander it. What do you need?
We appreciate your understanding, Your Highness, and as I said, I take responsibility for her in this location. As to what we need, she's gonna reach in, pull out the little piece of paper that Ro gave her, and like pass it to Felicia in such a way to keep it hidden from literally everyone else in the room.
Felicia will reach out, take the piece of paper, discreetly look down at it, and why?
As Isabella said, we need the spell to be able to be cast upon her to gather information we need in order to carry out your edict of cleaning up the coterie's messes and preventing any further messes from happening in the future.
As you're talking, the door at the front that you guys walked through slams open, almost being torn off of its hinges.
Isabella tenses up and turns around, reaching behind her for her dagger.
Dorme will grab her arm and says, "No."
Ryder steps through the door, cigarette lit in his mouth. He has three of the court guards hanging off of him. He looks pissed. You have never seen this look on his face before. And from behind you, you just hear Felicia sigh exasperatedly. I am not nearly stoned enough for this shit tonight.
Prue just looks up at Felicia. We did not call him.
Isabella, hearing what Felicia said, I'll give you some of my stash later to make up for the door.
That doesn't work for us, but thank you.
Dorme's just gonna look at the three guards hanging off of Ryder and just being like, well, boys, that didn't exactly go according to plan now, is it?
As for your spell, as Ryder's like striding across the room, making his way, Felicia says, I don't know how to help you.
But we were told that the person was in your court. Or at least a part of the Camarilla.
Felicia shrugs. And that's when you hear a very low growl emanating from the very angry werewolf striding across the chamber. This growl echoes off of the wall.
Dorame, can I hide behind you?
His eyes are glowing
Good idea.
full-blown yellow.
Yeah, get behind me.
Isabella shifts behind Dorame.
Prue shifts so that she is in front of both of them and potentially also in front of Felicia.
Ryder opens his mouth. There is a row of very jagged teeth. His eyes land on Isabella. We'll talk later.
I haven't done
say
anything!
a word.
Okay.
Sir, I am right here. Please don't blow out my eardrums.
His eyes shift to Dorme. And then they shift to Felicia. I know you know something. You can give it up now. Felicia shifts her eyes to Ryder, looks him dead in the eyes. I've no idea what you're talking about. And now that you've defiled my court, I'm going to have to relocate. I didn't ask for your opinion. I said you know something.
Ryder.
This concerns my pup. You're fucking with my family now. And I don't care how well you bark in bed. I don't care how many times you've begged me for more. I have no issues bringing down the wrath of the hell themselves.
Ryder.
Your grasp on power is already flimsy as is, and I don't really think you would remain standing in a war against my pack. Now spill!
Ryder!
Isabella's gonna reach up and like cover Prunella's mouth like, nope, I have seen him this angry before. You do not want to get between that. So she just like, nope.
He stopped right in front of Felicia, literally almost nose to nose.
Prue is between them. Like, she stepped, like, between them earlier, and so she's, like, just kind of sandwiched, looking up at him.
I'm just imagining Prue just like...
He doesn't say anything, but the energy radiating off of him is sending waves throughout this chamber.
Florence wants to grab Prue by the arm and drag her out from between the two.
Ryder notices the movement, and his head shifts. Felicia is also looking at Florence. Fine. The one you want is the one that decided to accost me in my own fucking territory.
But you're handling things so well, as we can see.
Put a sock in it, sweetheart.
You wish I would.
They're looking for ingredients to a spell. Blood walk. You're a blood witch. That's your territory. You fucking deal with it. Since you're so good and can do a better job than I can.
I think that can be arranged. But I don't work for free.
Prue will reach into a pouch on her side. She was already reaching, but reaches deeper.
Are you familiar with the way that I work?
Have I seen you before?
You might have heard of me.
I don't think we've met. I wouldn't know you by sight. Therefore, I wouldn't know your name.
I believe the prince said it earlier, but it's
Get on with it.
Prunella.
Pulls out 2 green poker chips.
Would a couple of major boons cover your costs?
Is the spell just for you?
It's for me.
Felicia's eyes glance over. Felicia glances over at Isabella and raises an eyebrow. Ryder takes a haul off of his cigarette.
It's why we needed the alternate version. I lack fangs. Yes, Dorme.
Just a STAST question. Would I know who this person is? Who Florence is? Do I recognize her at all?
Roll me int plus academics. History is a specialty if you have it.
May I roll the same?
You sure may.
I have research. Would that count?
No, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Good call, though.
Thank you.
So it's int and history.
Academics. History is a specialty if you've got it.
Okay, I'm burning a willpower because that roll was shite.
You can re-roll any dice that are not a hunger dice. And up to 3. Glad somebody fucking remembered that.
Okay, I have 3.
3
successes.
Prunella?
Would I get anything? Probably not. My academic specialty is research.
Okay, so you can still roll the int in academics, you just don't get the extra dice for it.
Research twins!
I only got 1 success.
Florence, that's your call.
Dorme might recall hearing the name Florence.
Give the associated information then.
You know she works as a harpy.
The important thing is, would I know via my sire? Like, would my sire have spoken about Florence?
Probably not. You've been around long enough, though, that, I mean, you've gotten to know a few people in your day. So.
Oh. And Dorame will smile. Oh. Didn't realize we would be graced with such a famous harpy.
Politics.
So Prunella is making deals on the behalf of the rest of you?
I will, of course, consider it a major favor of my own. I just don't have pretty markers like Prunella does.
Ryder's fallen oddly quiet. Finishes off his cigarette, pulls out a pack, grabs another one, and immediately lights it up.
Isabella is pointedly not looking at Ryder right now because she suddenly has the I don't even know what I did this time thinking in her head, but she really wants to get out of here now.
Ryder pulls out the pack again, taps one out of the pack, and passes it over.
To
And
Isabella.
the squishy one?
Yep.
Isabella, seeing in a peripheral, will take the cigarette.
And there's a lighter with it.
And she accepts the lighter.
Sorry, continue.
For me, it's one for you helping with the spell, the other for you coming with us to help with the spell. And leaving what I'm assuming is your job here at the moment.
And the squishy one?
I will.
You want money?
I will
The
barter on
squishy
her
one
behalf.
is mine. Do you really want to try me tonight, bitch?
As I
Dorme
said,
will just very gently put a hand on Ryder's chest. Darling, I understand you're mad, but please not now.
Are you going to strike a deal on her behalf?
I
I'm
will.
going to strike a deal on my behalf. The deal
Ah,
is
ba, 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 ba.
you help her and I don't rip your fucking neck off.
That's not how we negotiate.
I don't care.
I understand that, but could you please just take a deep breath?
As I said when I came in,
Somebody
I
get him a
take-
choke collar.
as I said when I came in, I
Right.
take responsibility for everything having to do with Isabella while she is in here. That
Right.
means if there's a price she needs to pay to get your help, I will pay it.
Ryder steps forward towards Florence. Pulls himself right up in front of her. Do we need to have this talk outside?
Or in a private room, considering that going outside would be breaking the
Outside.
master.
Masquerade's a vampire thing. I don't give two fucking shit. I'm just barely hanging on as it is. Do you really want to see what it's like when I lose control?
If you want to lose it on Felicia, I might pop some popcorn to watch that.
Oh, it ain't Felicia I'm worried about.
And that's when Dorme will be like, Isabella, why don't you take Ryder outside and why don't you two go get a smoke break?
I don't think he'll listen to me right now.
And she'll look at Ryder. Ryder, please.
He snarls at you.
Listen, I understand you're mad, but you gotta remember who cooks your bacon.
He's staring at Florence. He's not blinking.
I understand you're upset, and trust me, I don't like this anymore. But we need her help right now. So please.
Or,
show her a-
I got one better. Maybe your boss is the one that wants to deal with the ire of a fucking war. Maybe I should rain down hell on your boss and your court. I guarantee you we ain't gonna leave one fucker standing. You really want to have that on your conscience? Harpy?
My conscience?
We start with you, and then we systematically tear everyone to shreds. Either that, or you help them. The choice is yours. You got about 3 minutes to decide.
Does the squishy one want to play in this world? Does the squishy one know how to barter?
Believe
Or are
me,
you always going to
if
be around
you
to fight
lay
her
a
fights
finger
for
on
her?
her, there isn't any force on the face of this planet that'll stop me coming for you.
I don't
There
have
isn't
to
a
touch her.
fucking cell that'll hold me.
I don't have to touch her.
Ryder, she's not saying she wants to hurt Isabella. She's saying she wants Isabella to offer her a boon.
I get that.
Bella, come here, honey.
Isabella will step forward.
Shoulders
would
back,
be
head
an-
tall. You belong here.
Isabella does as she's told, stands up straight. She's actually, it's a similar, if more feminine version of how Ryder stands, and you've actually seen her stand like this several times before this as she's looking straight at Florence. What would be an adequate boon, favor for this, from your perspective?
Well, I've got a 2 major from Prue here. And
We're not talking about them.
this individual, don't know your name. Might have to get that later. She has also offered me a major boon. Even keel, how about a major on your behalf?
If you take
Yeah, and I have a
you take a boon from her, you're gonna want to sleep with one eye open. My pup will owe you nothing, but I will follow you to the ends of the earth.
I've also already said that I take responsibility for her. Any boons that she might need to owe you, they go through me. I will owe you. If you want me to tack another major on top of the 2 for coming and helping with the spell, leaving your job here, fine. I'll give you 3 if you leave her alone.
Fine. 3 from you and 1 from her.
Yes. And in fact, my major was on behalf of her as well. And do try to remember my name. Isadora May.
Ryder turns.
Sorry,
go ahead. Finish your thought.
Sarah Ellis was my sire. She's still around.
Now that you've told me, I will remember that name.
Good. And remember the whole thing.
Prue pulls out 3 green poker chips and hands them over to Florence.
With that, Ryder turns around and storms off, grabs Isabella by the arm and drags her out.
Okay, bye, Felicia!
Felicia says nothing.
Prue will turn to Felicia after handing the poker chips to Florence. Do we owe you anything now, or is it enough if we leave with her?
Get her off my doorstep. Get her out of my face.
Yes, Your Highness.
You hear Felicia's voice ring out. Court's adjourned for tonight. We'll deal with any business in the tomorrow.
Have a lovely night, everyone. Dorme just clicks off.
Prue is going to make sure that Florence follows us and doesn't stick around bothering Felicia anymore.
On your way out the door, you hear a very pointed throat clearing.
Is it the guy that was guarding the door?
It is not.
Dorme will just kind of internally sigh. Yes.
Dorme, I think it is.
Last time I checked, and oh, you. Damn it.
Standing there in front of the door is one Quilla. With her usual pointed, just she herself is almost just like an exclamation mark with her fucking personality.
It came to my awareness that you were scoping out a specific property.
I don't know how you would have been aware of that, but yes, I have been looking into possibly getting myself some real estate.
She's going to pull out a folded stack of paper. You know, recently I came into possession of a rather rundown piece of property. Got it for a steal.
Interesting. And what piece of property would that be? If you don't mind stealing, of course.
She's going to flip through the pages with her thumb. I think it's called, let me see, the local. That's the name of it.
How nice. You've picked up a decent spot.
Now, I don't quite have much use for it, so I might let it go if the right deal could be struck.
Oh, Quilla, always one with words. Why don't we just stop beating around the bush and tell me what the hell you want for that?
Well, the question is, how bad do you want it?
I just want to see the place torn down. I mean, I did have initial other plans for it, and of course the owner wasn't exactly the greatest, but that's besides the point. I do want it. It just depends on what it is the current owner would be asking for.
Well, what's something you would offer for it?
Well, maybe for someone such as you, maybe a minor boon or two, maybe a major. Again, it just depends what they want.
Major has a nice ring to it.
I bet it does. It just depends. After all, gotta make sure everything's even and balanced among us, don't you? Don't you agree?
Indeed. I'm prepared to sign my name on the line now and hand it over to you if we are in agreement.
I have a better question for you, Quilla. Why would you want that some dirty, rundown shed that serves beer?
Real estate. Lovely business to get into.
We'll have to discuss when I don't have such a pressing matter. Can we just stay in touch for now?
We can. I might not be so amicable if I have to wait for an answer.
Three minor boons for that.
Such a tease. Offer me a major and then 3 minors supposed to make a place of it?
Fine. One major.
Then we have a deal.
Dorme will hold out her right hand.
She'll shake it.
And she'll just kind of clench it just a little bit more just to make it nice and firm. Maybe it hurt a little bit.
Felicia
Quilla's
strolls
fine.
by. Felicia strolls by. I'll let the harpy know.
Thank you, Your Highness, for your tact and generosity.
Quilla's gonna pull out a pen, sign the dotted line, offer it over to Dorme for Dorme to sign.
I just realized I didn't press the button. I am an idiot. So sorry. Dorme will take it, sign her name in a flourish, and hand the pen back to Quilla.
With that, and a deal struck, we're gonna fade to black for a moment.
Oh, I'm gonna hate this.
You did great. Everyone did great. Isabella's doing so great right now. Everything is fine.
As we shift scene back to the Velvet Pussycat, our last scene for this evening. Marcus and Ro meet you both at the door. Or meet you all at the door.
Is Isabella still being dragged by Ryder?
Nope. Ryder has accompanied to the Velvet Pussycat. Marcus takes one look at Ryder, stone face, says something into his earpiece, and steps out of the way.
Once they are safely inside the Pussycat, Prue's gonna look up at Ryder. How did you know where we were?
Seraphina,
That is a good question.
Seraphina told me.
Oh, for the love of everything sacred and holy.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'm
But
not
anyway.
as upset about the fact, or about where she was. As I am the fact that you lot decided it was a good idea to take her there.
Ryder, we know you're mad, and I am sorry. But we felt...
And you decided to try and make a demand of the prince or a request from the prince without any sort of ammunition to back yourselves up.
We were working on it when you came in. Isabella wasn't going to let us leave her behind, so we had to take her with us. We had an excuse of why she was there, and I was working on getting in the prince's favor. That's why looking over at Florence, who is still with them. Not here. I'll explain later, not here.
Finish your business.
Can I have my arm back?
For now, we are having a very long talk when we get home. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Good.
I'm sorry for worrying you.
His entire demeanor changes like that. Just worried about your safety. You know that. Anything happens to you, there will be hell to pay.
I know. I'm just trying to get things settled and fixed, and
I know.
I didn't think contact.
I know you have your issues with what's going on, Mouse. But you can't be reckless doing this.
Okay.
Dorme will kind of step in. And Ryder, for what it's worth, I am sorry.
I know you
I
are.
was doing. And plus, if anything, we were just gonna I was just gonna kind of tease the little bum about the prince maybe having a little puppy playtime, but I didn't because you kind of did it for me.
Yeah, well, I had to put on a bit of a show now, didn't I?
And boy, was it a blockbuster! Thirsty.
Again,
Gesturing to the fact
I
that
don't think-
gesturing to the fact that Florence is still with us. We maybe don't want them to know all of this, them being a harpy and all.
Please,
I don't think we're allowed back at Elysium anymore.
please. If half of what I heard about this place is true, half of what Seraphina's told me is true, she ain't gonna be saying fuck all.
That is
Anyway.
true.
Anyway, you look like you could use a drink. It's on me. Or
Done.
what you want.
Isabella, let's
Prue's
go.
just
Apologies.
gonna.
But I imagine it's just him like dragging her out. But I'm not. I have to help.
He's dragging you over to the bar. Prunella.
Oh,
Prue is just gonna kind of gesture with her head to Florence.
follow me. I'll introduce you to your collaborator on this project.
Florence walked over by the bar when they first came in, and she got her drink, so she's holding the drink. It's like, collaborator, you say?
Yeah, be warned, she's a lot.
In all the best ways, of course. I think, anyway. She's entertaining as hell.
She goes to the back room, remembering earlier, she full FBI knocks and then just kicks the door too, like making a point, making the door shake with how hard she's knocking.
Dorme's gonna help. Row! Oh,
this time when you guys opened the door, it's Kesha's Cannibal blaring over the speakers this time.
Does she notice us?
She is currently doing the ADHD thing where she is like laying on her desk with her head over the edge reading the book while cursing very loudly in Gaelic. She looks over. Oh, did you get the list? And she like rolls off, but she literally falls off the desk.
We got better than the list, hopefully.
Row, Florence, this is Row.
I'm trying to figure out if Ro would know who Florence is. What is Florence a part of the London court by chance?
Most likely.
1 second. Oh my god, Florence! What are you doing in Edmonton?
Tweaking a few noses while I can.
We walked in and she was reading The Prince, the Riot Act.
Unabridged and in Latin. Oh, by the way, and also I think Isabella owes me $5.
Okay. Great that you're here. You can help me with this thing then. I assume they told you what's going on and the procedures and the boons and the favors have been exchanged?
Yeah, something having to do with the blood walk?
Yes. Now that I see you, I remember it was you that told me about this. You had once done the blood walk spell on a mortal. I need to do that on. She looks around, sees Isabella with Ryder, the pink-haired one that's sitting next to the guy that everyone wants to climb.
That's not Marcus. Oh shit, my bad.
No, but he visits once in a while to see Seraphina in her office.
I'm gonna need to have a talk with him.
So you two know each other?
Yeah, she's the harpy of the prince in England.
Oh,
So,
Looking over at Florence,
would negotiations have gone any easier if we had told you with her we were getting help for?
No, I tend to drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, she does. Also, are you still on your prince's side for the on-again, off-again relationship?
I can change with the gust of the wind.
oh damn.
Yeah, that too. But yes, I need it because we gotta. Well, I can't tell you. Well, actually, we're here, so I could tell you why we need it, but I won't because privacy is important. But basically, I need the blood walk spell to find out the biological parents' situation.
Why don't you and I have a little talk and these two get some refreshments?
Sounds great. Thank you so much. And she takes you by the hands and like drags you in and then slams the door shut.
Then she just looks over at Prue. Whiskey?
Not my preferred. Actually, follow me for a second.
she's gonna pull you toward Seraphina's office, knock on the door, and just, when the door opens, just peek her head in.
The door does not open, actually.
Doorway will not.
You look at the door handle, there's a do not disturb sign on it.
Nods, leads Dora May back up to the front. She's gonna look for Victor.
Int plus investigation?
God damn it, I took my lip piercing off too fast. I've lost one.
Oops.
No!
Six or higher is a success, right?
Correct.
That would be, I believe, 3 successes if I'm reading my dice right.
Victor is also not around this evening at the moment.
Okay.
She's looking for anyone who could, pass a message to Seraphina for her.
I mean, Rafe's at the bar.
She goes there.
Hey, Wraith?
Yeah.
Seraphina told me to let her know if I need to use a private space again. She's busy. I can't find Victor. I don't know if I want to necessarily go up to up there for this. Do you know, it without directly telling her, do you know somewhere private me and her could talk where we won't be overheard?
Yeah, got you. And use my storeroom if you need.
That'd be great. Thank you.
I'll make sure nobody disturbs you.
Thank you.
And with that, he leads you to a side door, opens it. It's literally just shelves and boxes inside. And then once you're in, shuts the door. Which is about the time Ro's door opens.
Okay! Where'd everyone go?
Ryder and Isabella... Oh, sorry. You'd notice Ryder and Isabella sitting off in the booth. Prunella and Dorme nowhere to be seen.
Oh, well, this is just rude!
It's only a few minutes. Storage room door opens. Prunella and Dorme step out.
No, I was wanting to roleplay the conversation of her explaining what Dorame saw.
Alright, we can go with that. Go ahead.
If that's cool with all of you.
Make it quick. But we can do that.
Okay, what is going on?
I don't want to talk about it, but it's going to be awkward until we do. So, what do you want to know?
Okay. 2 questions. Yes or no each. And from there, and we'll go from there. Number 1, is this how you normally feed?
It's the only way I can feed.
Okay, that's not the bad thing. Second question is about the bad thing. Have you ever done Big D? Diablerie.
No, I can't recall ever going that far. It wouldn't really be good for me if I did. Considering that most of the people I've fed on over the years have been repaying debts, and, well, if you kill your customers, they don't come back. And then, also, Ro is my friend. I would never hurt her. I would never bite anyone without them saying I could.
Okay. You feeding on other kindred, that's not the bad thing. The bad thing is diablerie. Now, other people might have a bit of an issue with it, but that's between them and Jesus. Just like how you feed is strictly between you and Jesus. And yes, it's weird coming from me. I can't help myself, I'm a pastor's daughter. Some things die hard. But anywho.
Then it should be understood. While this place also prevents you from talking about what you saw, this is not something that gets shared outside of the group that already saw what they saw. Nobody knows. Nobody can know.
Nobody can know about what? Gives a wink.
Okay. I was expecting that to be a lot more complicated.
Well, let's just, honey, we're monsters of the night. We've all done worse shit. None of us are walking away white as snow, you know what I mean?
Nods. And then, okay, with that done, we should probably go back out and make sure everything's still good out there.
And it's this time we start hearing Ro, right?
Yeah.
And that's our cue.
You walk back out into the main area. You find Ro standing there with Florence. Isabella and Ryder sitting at one of the tables.
Ro had skittered over to Ryder and Isabella because they were the only two she saw. So she's currently perched up on the table with a notebook in hand. Okay, I got the list.
Permission for Prue to try and sneak up on Ro.
Dex and stealth? Wits and awareness for Ro, if you so choose.
And Dorme's gonna do a distract.
Because of the distraction, I will give an extra dice to Prunella.
What was my role again? Sorry.
Wits and awareness. Four for Prunella. Okay, thank you.
Any crits there, Prue?
What constitutes a crit?
2 10s. Also, if one of the 10s are a hunger dice, you need to let me know. Thank you.
5 for Ro.
Thank you.
I do not have 2 10s.
Okay. Ro takes it.
Oh, Ro, you got all
Ro
the
keeping
things.
contact with them. Ro keeping eye contact with them, just like suddenly reaches her hand out and grabs Prunella by the neck. So basically, this is the things we'll need. Hi, Prue.
Oh, for... oh, darn it. That was going to be so good, too.
Do you want my list of things you guys are going to need for the super magic spell or not?
We do, honey. We're just razzing you. It's how we show affection.
Okie dokie. So, we need half a pint of her blood, she says, pointing at Ro. Holy water. The blood of a maternal figure, a gift of a parental figure, and 5 pounds of carrots.
Why 5 pounds of carrots?
I don't have time to explain the eccentricities of blood magic. Also, it turns out this spell is most likely to succeed on this moon. So unless we all want to wait another month, we got to get this done now.
And
Okay.
that's where we're going to cut off session